You are quickly running out of time to make your voice heard with the primary election. It's tomorrow. There will be no in-person voting booths, but there are ballot drop-off boxes. You can also still drop your ballot in the mail as long as it's postmarked by tomorrow's date before closing. If you're still an unaffiliated voter, you can switch to the GOP on Election Day. You'll have to go to a drive-up location set up by your county clerk. There's a lot riding on tomorrow's primary election.
There most certainly is. So tonight, you're going to hear from the 4 GOP candidates one last time.
I think there's a couple things that set me apart. One, we've never had a candidate for governor with the breadth of experience that I have. I've served as a city councilman, a mayor, a county commissioner in the House of Representatives, and as lieutenant governor, and ran a private telecommunications company for 10 years. That experience has prepared me for what lies ahead and is really what we need as a state. I also am the only candidate that doesn't live on the Wasatch Front, and bridging that divide between rural Utah and urban Utah, I believe, is more critical than ever before.
Our message has been one that we're the battle-tested conservatives in this race. Myself, Commissioner Iverson from Washington County, we have, in strange times or hard times with this virus, our constitutionally protected liberties have been infringed upon. As your governor, I will not look to interrupt your employment. We'll get our kids back to school, and we'll take smart precautions while we do it so we can get this economy and the people back where we should be as a state.
Number one campaign issue is to make sure that we recover from COVID economically, because we'll have a vaccine soon enough, and then it's going to be how do we get out of the COVID hole, the economic hole we're in, and that's going to take somebody with a real plan that I put forward that can double our state's GDP. So if you say how are we going to get funding for education, how are we going to pay for roads and highways in a state that's growing at twice the national average, the only way to do it is you've got to earn your way through it, and that's by doubling the state's economy. I'm the only candidate in the race who's put forward any kind of credible plan or who's had experience actually doing this before.
Well, I'm the only candidate in the race that's never held publicly elected office. I'm not a professional politician. I come from the private sector. I know a lot about the political world. I've served as a volunteer, but I come in with a fresh perspective and the political experience needed to hit the ground running on day one. And I also have business experience to help businesses that have been really hurt during the pandemic, to help them get back on their feet, and to help Utah's unemployed citizens get back to work.
So there's the closing arguments from all 4 candidates. 2 News is your source for primary election coverage. We will be closely following all of the candidates. We'll also have a primary special. You don't want to miss that. That begins tomorrow night at 9 o'clock right here on 2 News.